You're plotting a new course again, aren't you?
The currents before us are ever changing. We must adapt and press forward if we are to see our journey's end.
And how will we know when we get there?
Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. I've said several times that 2019 has been a really good year for PlayStation strategy games, and here is another big one, Civilization 6, a long-running series, a famous strategy series. So what I'm going to do here today is to take a look at the tutorial, but first I'll go ahead and show you your single player options. This is basically a random game. Scenarios have specific rules, leaders, and goals. And then if you want to create your own custom game, you go into this menu and you get a bunch of leaders to choose from. Difficulties, game speeds, the type of continent. I'm not sure all of these are random. Some of them definitely are. This one, for instance, starts the civilization at their location, at their historical capital on the Earth map. And then this one up here is a representation of Earth with the resources, terrain, and features reflecting their historic location. So I'm not sure how random those are. Maybe the resources are random on this one. But some of these are definitely random maps. So you can choose your map type. And then you have your map size. Dual is the smallest for 2 players. Huge is for 12 players. And then if you hit square and go into advanced setup, there are some other options you can change. But we're not going to do that today. We're not going to get into that stuff today. We're also not going to get into multiplayer today, but it does have multiplayer. We are going to go into the tutorial here. And I'm going to play all the way to the end of the tutorial, which is going to take quite a few videos. So let's get to it.
From the maelstrom of sand, wind, and fire, our people emerge and arrive here. A new world, one ripe with great possibility. and even greater dangers. Here our people stand, their destinies unwritten. Will they push forward into greatness? Or see themselves lost to the ages? Their fate lies in your hands.
That was the voice of Sean Bean, if you didn't recognize it. Boromir himself. So in the tutorial here, we have the choice of two empires, and basically whichever one we choose, the other one will be the only other civilization on the map. So I'm going to play as Gilgamesh, so we will be up against Cleopatra.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Much rests upon your shoulders, King Gilgamesh. Your own people, and many people of the world, look to you as a leader. But you are more than a mere man, and the weight of the world will never cause you to waver. Encourage the people of Sumer to settle the fertile lands along rivers, and be sure to choose your allies carefully, for there will be many vying for a piece of your strength. Venture forth, for it is time to begin your epic tale.
Okay, so I will be King Gilgamesh, and you can see down there at the bottom left, those are the features and abilities of the Sumerian Empire. Each empire has its own specific features and abilities. I'm not going to read through all that. Let's just get going.
Welcome, Gilgamesh. Our people's fate lies in your hands. Great is the responsibility placed upon you. Perhaps I may be of service.
Okay, so let's get started.
For too long we have roamed this world without a land to call our own. It is time we put down roots.
Agreed. So we select the settler. I can move the cursor around with the left stick, and I can move the camera with the right stick. They want us to, and then zooming out is L2, zooming in is R2. So they want us to select our settler.
Our brave settlers await your command. We should found our first city here.
Normally, in a regular game of Civilization, you could wander around with your settlers a bit and pick a good spot to build your first city, but for this tutorial, they basically force you to build one here. And you use your D-pad to navigate this menu here, and then found your city.
From the seeds of this small city shall you grow an empire. But to truly thrive, we must first see to the needs of our people.
Oh yeah, because if we don't, you know they're going to complain. The city is the cornerstone of any great civilization. A city's size is represented by its population, indicated to the left of its nameplate. Each city also claims the surrounding lands. These lands are indicated by the colored border. The unique features within the borders will have a profound influence on the potential strengths of each city.
Though small now, our city will continue to grow if you allow it to. Its fate and that of our people depend upon you.
No pressure. You must choose how each city is to grow and expand over time, improving the land you control and creating new buildings and districts within your borders.
We are fortunate that the land surrounding our city is rich in resources. Developing it will be key to our survival.
Well, yeah. Each city generates a variety of yields at the start of every turn. These are obtained from the hexes the city controls. Each hex within your city borders can provide a number of yields. Food and production are two of these yields. Food fuels city growth, increasing its population. Production is used to build new items, military units, and city upgrades. However, each hex will need to be worked by your population in order to obtain the yield. Each citizen can work one hex.
We are blessed to have such bountiful lands within our borders. Still, a civilization is comprised of people, not just Earth.
That's so true. Growing your city's population is very important in order to take advantage of all the yields from the surrounding lands.
Such lands will surely draw the attention of the barbarian raiders plaguing this area. We must prepare to fight back if we are to survive.
Agreed.
Our city requires warriors.
Show me how. Okay, so there's the production menu down there with the arrow pointing at it.
If our people are to survive in these lands, we must focus their efforts. Only then can we master this world.
Okay. So this is the production chooser. Here is where you construct buildings, train military, civilian units, all that stuff.
Our people's protection is our utmost concern. Direct your city towards the creation of a warrior.
All right, I'll do it. There's the warrior.
Training has commenced. Already our people feel more secure.
They feel safer already.
Our empire will not be built overnight. We have accomplished all we can this day.
That's good. I need a nap. Civilization is a turn-based game where decisions are made and actions performed during a game turn, much like playing a board game. Once all the other players have made their moves, a new turn will begin. Building items in your city takes time. The number of game turns it will take is indicated on each item in the menu. This is calculated based on production cost versus production yield. So the higher the yield, the fewer turns it takes. And so in the lower right hand corner, square is kind of a multi-purpose button, as you'll see. One good thing about this game is it will not let you end your turn if there is some decision that you need to make. So right now, they just want us to end the turn.
Our warriors continue to train. But if we are to be more than the barbarian tribes we defend against, we must explore other areas of development.
Agreed. And see, there you go. Now it's in the lower right-hand corner. It's like a vial of like a bluish scientific vial, and that is pressing square will now open the research panel.
There are those among us with minds adept at unlocking the world's secrets. We need only guide them.
All right. Technological advancement of your people is attained through research. By completing research, you unlock new ways to exploit the land, new military units, new city upgrades, and much more. So they're not going to let us look at the technology tree right now. They just want us to go ahead and select the mining technology. So I'll do that.
Excellent. As our people's understanding of the earth increases, so too will our ability to harness its riches and increase our production capabilities. We must give them time to do their work.
All right, but tell them to hurry. Just as building new units is fueled by production, researching new technologies is fueled by science. Each city generates a small amount of science. How quickly your research projects are completed is determined by the total of all the science generated by your cities. And now we can end the turn.
Barbarian raiders approach our city. We are surely too prized a target for them to ignore.
Surely.
We cannot allow these savages to pillage and destroy all we have built. Our warriors have completed their training. Let us commit them to battle.
All right. So normally the warrior would have taken longer to train, but for the purposes of the tutorial, they have rushed the production of the unit. So the warrior is in the city there, so highlighting that hex, pressing X.
Warriors are the blade with which we will strike down our enemy. They need only your hand to guide them.
Okay. And now, moving with the left stick here, they want us to attack here.
Victory! The barbarians have learned we are not a people to be trifled with. Still, they will return, and next time I fear they will not take us so lightly.
We will be ready. But for now, I'm going to end this video right here, and we will pick it up right here in the next video. Thanks for watching.